Gavin, dat my hennes says oh hail.
Hello. Now the weekend is over. Time to do the streaming. I did finish the day and night cycle during the weekend. Finished it completely. I still want to add some stuff and so maybe I will come back for our last episode. Next one. But before we start, let's put some music. Did have some music, but where it is now? Epic Focus. It's a bit too much, but it's a bit too much. It's more piano is more calm. Let's pick some piano. Okay, so let's go back with some stuff I said last episode and the introduction. Let's see if I just install my Wacom tablet. So now I can draw. Okay, is it well done? No, it's not well done. Select the mapping. Yeah, the mapping is too large. I would prefer to draw over this zone. I just didn't set it up. I thought it was already set up. Okay. And I wanted to draw on screen, on monitor. 2, 3. Now, maybe a portion of monitor 3. Something like that. Yeah, I need those part here. Almost the full screen anyway. It's just centered there. Maybe the portion should be a bit more. Okay. Let's go with that. I guess this is too small. Zoom in. Yes. Now, what do you say about this? Yes. Can I change the size here? This is the zoom in. Not used to Krita. Where is the sizing? It's above there. I think I might add shortcut. Yes. I have. Okay. Let's pick a big size. Maybe smaller. Okay, let's go with that. So, to continue yesterday, I reflect upon the my voice. Is it fine? It does it cut out if it's too? No, it does not cut. So I said I finished with with gravity, and I said, can I grow? This is the shortcut for. There has to be a shortcut. Put that to 0. Krita size brush tablet shortcut. Hold down the shift key and drag your stylus. Okay. Cool. So new layer. What is a new layer? Can I see the layer? Hey, what is this cell? In the music? Yes. Is it in all music? So yeah, I said the gravity. So what is gravity? What is mass? One way to see it is the equation E equal mc squared. Mass is here. And let's say I don't have to do the equation. Isolate m in E equal mc2. So if we want to isolate mass, this is m is equal E over E squared. So C is the constant, the speed of causality, which also known as speed of light, but it's light goes at the speed of causality because it has 0 mass. So 0 for mass here. Light would go at this speed, not squared. So if we isolate C, the speed of causality, what is the speed of causality? The speed of causality is C equal to square root of E over M. So yeah, this is telling What is a square? A square is in the name, it's a square. It's really a square. Physically a square. So the speed of causality multiplied by the speed of causality. This is equal to C2. Because why is it a square? I think it represents space. Usually the only way to represent space is with a cube and a square. But I'm not a physicist. And yeah, so when you have the mass, so energy here could be replaced with m is equal this energy. Since E is equal mc2, we could replace the E here with mc2 over c2. So now the mass of something is equal its mass multiplied by the square divided by the square. So the mass is equal to mass. What can it mean? Yeah, I remember doing that and I had realization, but now it does not come up. I want to remember why mass is this way. So mass, one way to see why something is massive, it's because there is activity in it. Like this is an atom, and the activity within the atom, which is the energy, it's the energy. It creates mass. And a way I've seen it explained is that you have photon in the box, and the photon hits the box there, so it adds something. Not photon. I think maybe it's photon, maybe it's electron. Another photon hits the box here. I think it's photon, but I'm not sure. And this creates like a little force that when it hits. So you have something like a satellite that are push with solar wind panel. So it catches photon, and the photon hit the solar wind panel and it propels the satellite. Let's see. Solar wind satellite. Solar wind satellite are spacecraft stationed at the L1 low-range point about 1 million miles from Earth. They monitor solar wind. Okay, no. Solar wind propulsion. Propulsion utilizes the pressure of particles stemming from the sun to propel spacecraft. So it's not a photon, it's particle. Okay. But the explanation I'm telling you is spacecraft, space-time, episode mass. I think it's something like what is mass? PBS space-time. But of course, a photon, it's not an atom is not a box like that. But a way to explain mass is the activity, and of course, the activity. What it means is that an atom has like let's clean that. Atom has its nucleus and electrons like orbiting, but it's really weird. There's like a harmonic shape of the electron that's orbiting like in a way, and then it changed shape another way. It's really weird around the nucleus there, and the separation with the electron is very large from the nucleus, and the nucleus has different kind of particle, and they are made of quarks, and those quarks utilize chromodynamism. Chromodynamism is the name. Chromatic. Don't remember. Chromodynamic, quantum chromodynamic, and it's called chromodynamic because it utilizes a mathematical exchange between their different components that is similar to color. And it's not color because there is no light at this level, but it's very similar to color in the sense that they have opposite, like RGB. They have opposite color, yellow. They have the same value. You could give a value, and it's very it can fit with colors. So, and they change color. This virtual color, they exchange a color, and it's very complex, and this builds a force between them that is very strong. And this is the activity within the nucleus of the atom, and this activity brings other parts together. It's called sometimes like a I think there's like between 5 or 3 to 7 different flavor. I don't remember. Not flavor. I don't remember the name. But yeah, the atoms come in different numbers of parts that is governed by chromodynamic dynamism. And this is the activity plus the electrons that like orbit this plus this, because if you separate the parts, they weight less than the ensemble. Like if you separate the little nucleus, I think yeah, they weight less than the ensemble of them together, and this weight more than if you add all the little part. Yeah, like if you measure the mass of this little circle nucleus there, and you add up to everyone when they are separated, they weight less than the whole thing. So that's why it is said like the activity within the atom is what gives the mass to the atom. And to that, why I say all that is that it's you don't see the blob. Anyway, I thought I need to use color so you can see. Stop seeing my face over the board. Okay, so because of that, it's as if so see, you could like bring back the C square there is equal to E over M. The square could be like a space thing. So the energy of this square has a time within it because it's the speed of causality, and it's equal its energy divided by its mass. So if energy, this is the square is equal mass square divided by mass. Yeah, I don't remember what I did last time we did this calculation, but I want to say that with a given volume in space, you have energy and mass. Maybe it's like little dots like that. And you have a neighboring volume here. But in this neighboring volume, you have like a big mass. And the little dot closer to this big mass will be more attracted to it. And it's a bit like because of the activity within it, it has more activity than the other. And it's a bit like lag, as I said last time, because imagine every atom of this big chunk here have activity within it, and when you run a program, the program go into every function that are up into it and has to execute every function, and all the atoms are like little function that the loop of the program have to go through. And because of that, now those are influenced by it. Those are closer, and the farther away from this big mass, it needs less computation because there is less activity there. And light is so there's no mass, so there's almost no computation to light. There is no computation. Light, a photon, like it's above all that. It's above all that. And if you have a planet coming by this big mass, and it will start going being attracted to it on the closest part. So this closest part to this big mass will slow down, and this one will slow down less. The other part of it here will slow down less, so it will tend to want to go there, but this part will tend to want to stay there. So as another frame later on, this part will be there and this part will stay on place, and now it will enter its orbital. So it's similar in a similar way. If it's a computer and it runs on the main loop, this has more computation, and the further away it has less computation to do, because here there is more activity between them. That's how gravity works. It's very similar to lag. And another way to see it is with light. So if we remove everything now, so since light has zero mass, I said like it's a conversion. It's light, the E equal mc2 is a conversion of moving from moving through space when you have mass to moving to time when you don't have mass. And I'm not the one saying that. I heard it from someone. I think it was a physicist. So I don't remember who. So E equal mc2 is like a conversion from the out you move. And a way to see it is like, let's say you have 2 points in space. So let's draw them. I need the layers. Can I bring back the layers? Layer window. There. I would need a layer there, and on this layer I will build the folder. I will build it a little frame grid. This is too small. See that? Yeah. So let's build. Yeah, it can't. Let's make it very large. Let's see. Oh, it can't. I want to make a straight line, but it can't. Because there is pen pressure. I could with a pen, a real pen. Can I do it this? No, there's pen pressure. I can do it with pen. Where is pen? This one. Wow. I can do it with. Not even with my. Why does it abandon the two? This is cool. It rebuilt my stroke. Yeah, it's very bad. What can I do? This one looks fine. Let's build the field of space. A little field of space. Not graph. It's not problematic that it's not very equal. This one was wrong. There we go. It's a bit better. So this is space in 2D. Let's can I reshape this like so? And can I move it? What is this? Let's put it there. So this is like the first second of the universe, of this universe, virtual universe, let's say. Does not exist. This is the second second. This is the fourth second. The third. This is the fourth. And it's the same space but in time. So now let's put them into group. Go. And in this space there is a little planet. It has some difficulty to open. There we go. So in this space there's a little planet. Let's give it a color. So it's like a little sun. And duplicate it. Control G. Control G. G. Okay. And there is a little eye, little receptor of light. Let's put it pink. And into a group. Little eye that not pink, it's not very eye. A little bright eye. Orange eye, no. Gray eye. It's too dark maybe. Blue eye. There's a little eye that look at it. And that look at it does not look, it's a receptor. It receives light photons. That's right. So if you are not a photon, you have a mass. Let's pick a color for this little mass. or range mass. So if you have mass, you are on this planet and then you want to go on the other planet, you go in the sky, you launch as a ship into the sky, and every second you are closer to the other planet, and then you land on the other planet. You understand it? But if you are a photon of light, if you are light, it's as if there's another dimension. You lose all your mass, and now let's build the other dimension on the same level as the oh, just above there. It's as if there is another dimension. Is you see my pinky boo? Okay, bring it smaller. Do you see it? Bah. Music. Continue this. So it's as if as you lose mass until you reach 0, there's another dimension. Maybe it's the same as the green one, but maybe it's not. It's like space-time dimension. So it's a conversion between space and time. A bit like in Minecraft when you go in the nether. When you travel in the nether in Minecraft, you travel faster. And you go, let's say you travel, I think you travel, one step is like eight step in the real world, in the nether. And it's similar with light. When you reach 0 mass, it's as if you step in the nether and you go fast, not faster, but you go beyond. And what does mean beyond? It's as if that now let's make the other greeny less important, like that. And let's pick a color for the photon, like the bright white. So and as you go at the speed of light, with your mass it's getting close to 0. Like electrons have mass, but they can go at 99.9999% of the speed of light, and electrons are the little. Where's my color? Oh, I'm not in a layer. This. It does not want to go above there. Okay, so I said earlier there's the atom with little bodies, and there's an electron around it. Electron is negative E, and the positron, I think, is positive E. And the annihilate positron is the antimatter version, I think. I would need to check, I don't remember. but the electron around the it's not light, but it goes near the speed of light. It's one of the only one. And if the photon of light start from the planet here and want to go to this one, because he is massless, instead of traveling through the green screen, it travels through this other dimension. Yeah, in the space dimension, in the time dimension. Instead of traveling in space dimension, it travel, and that might be why we don't see light in vacuum. So this is our field of view, as I said last time. Our two eyes, the sun is here, the moon is here, and the sun sends a photon. We will never see it if it does not touch matter. So if you see in the sky clouds, and a God ray is called, that when there's light coming in between the clouds, God rays are not light. You don't see light, you see an atom of oxygen that is hit, but it's so small. Oxygen is oxygen. How do you say oxygen? Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Oxygen. So you don't see the light, you see the light is like a field, electromagnetic field that is shaking, and as it shake a particle like oxygen, gen like Genesis, oxygen. As this field is curving, it shake the oxygen, and what you see, the oxygen is shaking, and it also shake at the same time. It produce another photon that reach your eye. So this is what you see, like it's shaking, and sometimes the photon might get absorbed into the atom of oxygen. Sometimes it might get away, reflect, and go into your eye. And you, what goes into your eye shake the cones into your eye cells, and you see a color, a specific color. But now it's got ray. You might see a little lighter blue and to whiter, close to white, and that's what you see. You don't see light. You see the oxygen getting hit. But if you are in a vacuum, like in space, you will never see anything there. And that may be the reason why is that this is the oxygen, the blue one there. Let's remove this. So the blue dot is the oxygen molecule that is hit by the photon. And this is what you see. You never see, like the oxygen between the cloud is what comes back to your eyes. I don't, maybe, yeah. So one way, so you don't see, that's why you don't see light in between anything. You only see light when it's a molecule of matter in this world. You don't see it, maybe because it's on another time, it's on the field of time. It travels through the field of time instead of traveling into the field of. But this is like, I say that. Maybe I say that, but like physicists won't say, yeah, no. The only thing we know is the time-space continuum, space-time continuum. But this is the space-time continuum. Maybe they are related, like physically related. And this is a mechanism, like it's not. It's a mechanism in the sense that it's repeatable. Like it's not like in a dream where it would change behavior every time it reach a mass is not a mass, but something goes at the speed of light. It's mechanical. Maybe the pink grid is just the green grid. 30,000 K smaller. So it may be the same grid, but not smaller, because another way to see it is the block universe. The block universe is a theory that the whole universe with time, with past, present, and future is a block. And a way I like to draw it is that the past is like the root of a tree. The present is like something within the trunk, and the future and the end of the universe are the branches of the tree. And the multiplicity of branches, just like maybe it's a parallel universe, and the vein of the tree are parallel universe of the same universe. And light is it's as if light travels outside this tree. Maybe it's a way to see it outside the tree. Now it's removed. It's as if light travel outside this tree, like that. And maybe not. Maybe it travels through, but it's another way to see the same thing as I just showed. Because there is also the fact that light, when there's a theory of made by Penrose and another guy, that when if you travel near the speed of light, what is behind you will shift to blue, will become to be the color blue, because the light that is usually like the frequency of light is like that, but as you go faster than light, no, it's shift to red. So as you go faster away from this one, the light is stretching behind you, but in front of you, as you go faster, the light coming from this part is getting squished and getting bluer. But this is not it's not physical. Like the object is not getting blue. The object there is not getting red. What is really shifting physically is what is really changing, is the contraction of the object. So the contraction depend on the observer. So as you go at the speed of light, everything behind you start to appear to be in front of you, and it start to do like a cone. All the lights start to appear in front of you in a cone-like shape, and it gets brighter and smaller. But this is just a visual, but physically it's more like everything is getting smaller physically. It's a known effect, like when you see a car going really fast, like a jet car or something, it will appear shorter. It won't appear, it will be shorter in the direction it travels. It really be physically shorter to you, but to him, to the person sitting in the jet, let's say it reached like near the speed of light, or it's getting really faster than what is physically possible. To this person, it will be the same length as at rest, and he will see you flat, and you will be flat to him. Like, in a sense, I can that is very real. A thought experiment that is very real is the pole in the barn. There's a thought experiment about time, how time works. So there is a barn with two doors, one in front, one in the back, and there is a pole that is sent through. But the pole in real life at rest is larger than the barn. But to the pole, to the farmer that is looking at it, the pole going at near the speed of light enters the barn, and it fits exactly into it because there is a contraction. To someone sitting on the pole, you will see the farmer getting flat, and you will see the barn getting smaller. And as he enters the barn on the pole, from his from the farmer perspective, the pole will be entirely inside the barn. But from the guy on the pole, a part of the pole will be outside. And let's say like the doors open and then he enters, and when he's inside, no, it's already open, and he enters. Let me reflect. Let's say it's open and it closes. So as it opens, he enters, and just to be sure that it gets closed, like he's inside and it's closed, and then it opens back and it goes outside. From the farmer perspective, this one will open, both door will open and close at the same time. But from the guy that is on the pole, one door will open, he will enter, the other door will open, will go out, this door will close, and as he gets fully out, this door will close. The time will change. Like, time is relative to the speed you go through. So because time is relative, that's what it means. Time is relative. It means that for this guy, the two doors will open and close exactly at the same moment. It will be timed, it will be confirmed electronically that it's the same time exactly. But from this guy perspective, he will be able to go in the door and go out the other door, and he will see them not closing and opening at the same time because he goes near the speed of light. The time will shift will change on his perspective. Yeah. So, in a way, it's as if we could see, since everything in the speed of light is getting squashed like that, it's as if, like, independently, maybe the universe, you go at the speed of light, maybe the universe getting smaller like that, rather than bigger. Like, you go at the speed of light, and in any direction, everything is squashed and smaller. I don't know, maybe it's not just like that a direction, it's spread like that. And so I said in the previous video, maybe there is no space between them, but what is a better way to say is that everything is 300 million closer together when you go at the speed of light. Maybe. And there's something that goes faster than light, and it's spooky action at a distance. And if you go at the speed, then the universe becomes like a dot, and you can travel anywhere in the universe, no matter what the distance, and you will be there as if you were a close neighbor. Like, you would be at the end of the universe and be at the other end at the same time in a single dot. And to the difference to a photon, the universe would be 300k smaller, maybe, because of the stretching effect is only in the direction you go through. So everything will be flat, like a planet, instead of being around like that. As you go toward, like, close to its direction, it will start to appear flat, like a pancake. So if light, like a photon, the probability distribution is a dipole shape, and the dipole shape is like two demisphere stitched together. So as a photon is released from an atom, its probability distribution is spread through space like in a dipole like pattern, like that. What is a dipole like pattern? Is like an apple. Like an apple, not so much, because an apple, if you look it from the top, is like a circle. You look an apple from top, is a circle, but if the apple was a dipole, from the top you will see something like that, and from the side you will see something like that. So a dipole is like two demisphere together. So a single photon has a probability distribution that goes out in space in this dipole pattern. If there is nothing that blocks its path in the way, and it's spread like that, and as it spread in space and it reach and touch a detector, all this probability distribution is eaten by this little spot, and it's as if the single photon was always a single photon, and the rest of the spread didn't exist at all. That's really weird, but it's because we cannot see what's happening. It's the only explanation we can have. It's the uncertainty principle. What else can I say? Let's see if I remember well the number. Last time it was 99972. So we have like 999. There's a 7 here. 792. 999. So we have our mirror there that is broken by the 7. And I know that there was 58 and here 4. Because this is my first email was ending in 58. And 4 to me is the cross, like Jesus cross a bit. What else? Fourth, it's the month of April. Fourth. So this was a church because if you line up 7, it has a little top there. Can we line up this way? There's a little dot. It's an hospital. And the church, when you look at the structure top down and architecture, is often like that with the little podium there and the. So the shape is to me like a church. Makes me think of a church. And it's 7, it's the 7th planet. Visible to the eye. In the sky. It's like you do this with every number. You can look at Wikipedia, the number, and it will say many things that you can assign to this number. And usually emotion will help to remember to. If it's something emotional that you link to this number, it will help you remember. So was I wrong? Speed of light. Did I remember well the number? Yes. It's exactly that. Now I won't. I will probably remember. 5, it's like Daniel Tanet said 4 is like I remember there was like a coat you wear on weddings, the little, and 5 is like it sounds like a waterfall, like 5, and the waterfall with the mist. 5, maybe it's a waterfall. There's Johnny 5. Johnny 5 is the robot. The robot that inspired WALL-E. 5 is also the letter E in the alphabet. I remember because my name is Ray. Me. And in music, Ray is D. Me is E. This is 4, 5 in the alphabet. So you do this and it helps you remember. I'm really bad with remember number. That's why I do stuff like that. So another thing is the size of. So there's the Planck length, and it's the smallest unit of space that can be that can deal with anything. Like it's Planck that found it. There's a Planck time, the smallest unit of time that can exist according to mathematics. And like, I don't remember exactly how he found out, but yeah, the question was: does the space get smaller and smaller infinitely and he looked at some energy stuff, and he discovered that there's a minimum space where it become useless to be smaller than that, or I don't remember exactly. But the Planck length is the size of a photon. Like, since we don't have the size of a photon, we can measure it. We don't. You can just only know that it cannot be smaller than a Planck length. And Planck length is the size is this. So how to read that is scientific notation, and it's 35 0, and you start with the 0 comma and 1 2 until 35, and then it's 1 6. So this is how you read it. And the size of the extent of an electron, which also, like light, we cannot measure it exactly, but an electron is 2 8 multiplied by 10 to the minus 15, which is the same thing, 0 to 15 here, and it's 2 8. So how big it is? You have your plane 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5, and there is the Planck length. And if you go with the electron, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5, and you have your 2 8 2, and then it's like 0 0. So here you have the smallest, and the electron is like there. It's not a good visual, but it's very small. What did I say there? What's I saying here? I wanted to say something else. About this. Single photon. Yeah, the gas stop anyway. Do you remember what that was? It looks like nothing. It's time to do the thing, because now I did talk too much, but I have the time. I have time. I need to. What's this? Let's finish this day and time cycle. Day and time cycle. Day and night. Day and night cycle. So I did some stuff. A lot of stuff. Stuffy stuff. And let's go look at it with bright eyes. There we go. So, comments. Can I compare a comment here? I did update. Animation Reaper script. Okay, I guess this is one. Can I compare? Because I commit, I cannot compare. It's beyond compare. I can copy the chat. In French is cat, a chat. But it's with a C instead of an S and a T at the end. Like cat with a H after the C. There. So everything is committed. Git status. Everything up to date. Git check out. Poof. The shot. And git checkout B. New branch. Git checkout new branch. I want to ask to be sure. Git command bash auto. Make new branch and switch to it a new branch from commit SHA and switch to it altogether. Is it this? Git check. I'm on the commit SHA and do git checkout B new branch. Yes, do this one step. Git checkout B new branch. Commit SHA. Oh, I need to add the commit SHA at the end. If you are already on that commit, okay, no, I can do it without. So I want to make a live stream folder. You can do this when you are in Azure DevOps. I don't think you can do it in GitHub, but Azure DevOps you can live stream and day and night diff. Dingaling. Git push. Now it says no, you need to do git push set push string drip. There we go. Faster than doing it, writing it. Git status. I'm a bit stupid because I could do like a command to see the diff. I could do many stuff instead of taking space in my branches, but I don't want to search how to do this and just doing the fast way. Live stream something is there. A live stream something. Live stream. Oh, I did the live stream. The werewolf. I did almost a year ago, I think. Connecting us client order, and now I want to do a compare of this branch. So I go in branches, live stream, compare. Let us compare branch. No. What is that? Compare. What is this? That's not how it worked before. I don't want to search how it works. Seems to have changed just to bother me a little bit. View story. Why you do this to me? How to compare diff branch with current branch with other branch. Now I need to search how to do it, which I didn't want to do. Damn it. While you're on your current branch, that shows the changes in the other branch compared to your current branch. If you want to come on ancestor, how can I do? Can I temporarily bring the change from the other branch without merging? Yes, you can. Not the changes, the difference. The difference. Not the diff, the difference. Cherry pick. Oh, it's a cherry pick. For temporary inspection. Bring over the change without committing use. Or on older git, check out the other branch. Git restore. Let's try this. Other branch. My other branch. Chicken nugget. Day night. Where are you? It's time. No, don't do this. Dang. Cycle. Thank you, buddy. There we go. What? It's there, buddy. What? Wait a minute. I will play with it. You go there, use it, git checkout by body, and then you go back to live stream stuff, and then you do the git restore, and now you copy this and you paste to the AI. Think about it, AI. Restore aspect of file patterning. You use one of these instead. Git restore time should people. What is the difference? I don't want to check out. I just want the changes it has, the difference it has on my current branch. No checkout. Get diff other branch. Diff is not good. Let's try it anyway. Yeah, what's that? Ew. I want to see them. I don't want to see the change, the difference in red, green. I want the commit not the commit it as in more. It as how do you say that in English? More than the current branch as uncommitted changes, no merge. Now to quit this, you need to do the WQ or Control C. Git restore source. Older equivalent. Git restore source. Yes, there we go. Now I will add this command to my files. How to use Git files. Software library. Good. Where are you? It's not in software, it's coding. Git fork, submodule, recovery code, new repository, LFS. How to use Git. Oh, merge and diff. And there it will be there. No, it's not there. Bring the extra commit from other branch as committed changes on stage. This is the best for live stream diff. Pereiro. Okay, now let's go through all that. Oh my god. I did so much in this one. But it was worth it. Let's close one by one that way. Let's do content at the end. Let's close one by one because I added many plugins. So I will explain why. So the first one, constitution system, I need the time. Because now I add a plugin for time. So I need to, my constitution, when the time is faster, any ability drain timing be influenced by the time of if it's faster, then the drain is faster, etc. Custom celestial vault. So this is the vault with the sky, the stars, the clouds, the atmospheric, any weather stuff will be in there. Because you can do thunder, not thunder, but like gray clouds when it's about to rain and stuff like that. In this, you can do custom constellation, and I use Celestial Vault plugin, which is a plugin made by Epic. It's in, it's not, it's experimental, so it's, and since they won't update to 5.9, I think they said that, so it will be long before it's completed. But I'm on the long run, and I prefer to have the stuff they are about to integrate rather than the plugins I got for free that they were not very good. Oh yeah, this is the Celestial Vault. I made it into a plugin because I had conflict. It needed to, because it needs the weather will play with it, and the time will play with it. And if I put it in weather, it created conflict and circular dependencies. If I put it in the time plugin, it does also have circular dependencies. So it was better to have it separated. Gameplay manager, I don't remember, we will see later. Interaction system, I don't remember, we will see later. Online player 2. Weather system is the new plugin for the weather, and I did just implement it for later when I might do weather. But it's I just needed it for the clouds movement because it's not set up in Celestial. And they made an animation sequencer for moving the clouds, and it's very limiting if you want to do change manually over time. You can start animating the clouds and it loops over, but to do weather stuff, it's better to do it in code than a sequencer for animation. So I deleted all sequencer stuff in my custom Celestial Vault. I will show you later. World time contract. So this is a contract to avoid the circular dependencies and to decouple the plugins so that they don't know about they can be used in other project without using the time system, the last one, the world time system, which is dealing with the timing of the gold game, the whole game online for all players. So there's a calendar. It's not in there. The calendar is in the Celestial Vault, but it's calculate the time and ship it to all the other plugins without the other plugins knowing about it. They only need the contract. The way some stuff can be used in world time system, and there is no circular dependency. As we'll see later. So it starts with, what is the easiest start? So the Celestial Vault, maybe, or the world time system. Let's go with the last one, world time system. This is the component. So the component goes automatically into the Celestial Vault. So the Celestial Vault needed to know about world time system because my custom Celestial Vault integrate everything. So I don't care I won't use it in another. So I don't care it knows about the time. It's custom to this project. and it's custom in the sense that I inherited from the Celestial Vault from the plugins and on Unreal plugins, so I can update it. I don't modify their plugins, so this is the best way to do, is to do a children. You don't modify their plugins, you just modify yours. You cut access to your override function if you want to remove some stuff they do. And when I update the new version later on, I just check if it crashed something. I might do unit test later and off stream, because it's very boring to do in live stream the unit test. I don't know if I will do it live. What else? Let's go over the code. It will be a couple episodes, I think, because there's many stuff. It's almost midnight. What I will most likely not edit before next live stream. What is certainly will stay there is the other plugins. Celestial Vault. What is most likely to be to change is the weather system. So I might look at this weather system at next episode if I change this overnight. So let's continue then. So this is something I don't use, but it's just to find it easily. I might delete it because I don't use it, and I don't like the find something like that. It could be a multiple for loop. I don't know. Last time I checked, I couldn't find anything, but usually I find something. It's not very cool in any engine. At runtime, at least. At start it's fine usually, but runtime. Your time manager component. This is usual stuff when you want to replicate something on the web. Begin play. So it registers a listener for the time scale. So the time scale is when I change how long the day will last. It creates a time scale. It changes a time scale that is usually set to 1 to another number, depending on how short I made the day. The cycle, the day and night cycle, like I could usually it's set at default to 24 hours, but yeah, gameplay of 24 hours of night sometimes it's too hard. So you want to make it the day faster. It's fun here, more active, to have different gameplay. Usually people don't play like 24-hour one shot, so it's better to have multiple days in a game session, which I will evaluate later during tests, alpha tests and beta tests and other stuff like that. So now the server, it seems you get the time, reference date time, reference second, and saying the state, the broadcast state, that last broadcast state. So when it stopped, it unregistered the handle, because when you need to do that sometime in editor, if it's not unregistered, it's as if it's still there and you add it on top of it On request set timer scale. Now it's a server call to set time scale that it received. Don't know where it's called, where it's set. It is set. There. Okay, yeah, it's the one we saw previously. So now I handle on this one to go on the server. Message get this register. Okay. Replicating on all the props. Replicated on the server. Let's go. Find references. Yeah, it's just a replication thing. So, sure. It's just replication for server. Get current time function to get the current time for anything that would want to use it. The current hour of the day. Usually the plugin I had for free adds stuff like that, so the usual stuff. To put public, I guess it's public. Otherwise it's useless. Yeah. Runtime, when I keep it. I wanted it for, in case I will probably do single player. And when you sleep, maybe I would want to jump the time. I'm not sure yet, but I keep it because it's a useful one. And when you wait and the time goes faster, set timer scale can be one. For the wait, this is another replication on the server between the players. Syncs the state. When there's a jump in time, maybe I want to make a jump in time with all the players. We'll see. Broadcast rate change. This is when the time scale changes. Every player waits at the time. Yeah, I don't know yet the usefulness of this online, but maybe offline. And the jump to broadcast. So the header is just like that. So as you can see, live on GameStat server iterative clock. Everything to get the time, get the fields to get the stuff about the time of the day, or set the scale, jump time, and the date. This is my starting year, the month. I use spring equinox, but I don't know. It starts at 8 a.m. I don't know yet what would be the ideal. I have some scenario in my head. I like the idea of creating multiple starting scenario that are spawned randomly between players, and they don't know which starting they would get. I like this idea. it creates replayability. Like call cache used to diff against the end state, a sync state on the rep virus. Okay, that's all for this one. I like a little space here. But yeah, it's useless to change anything. I won't come in and push this, it's already pushed. The component. The sync component is when it's to sync the time on it's to sync the jump time on any other component that would any other plugins that would need it. So yeah, this is needed elsewhere. Wonder at what point I forgot to add it to some places. Come on. So yeah, like when I jump in time, I need the hunger to jump in time too. When the time go faster, I need the hunger to go faster, to drain faster, etc. So this is a component that needs to be on any constitution stuff, and it will need to be on other stuff that we need to know about the jump and time or faster time. So the component header. So this is filled internally. I need to change this name because it was not internal at first. At first it was not internal, and later I decided because Celestial Vault you have the timer and you can pick how long is the cycle, and I prefer to pick how long is the cycle. This way it's easier mentally to say, okay, the game is better when the day is about 30 minutes, and then I just enter 30 minutes. When I did initially this one, when it's in the editor, I remove the member variable prefix. But when it's not in the editor, I put it back. Now I see I forgot to do that, but I cannot change it here because I won't push this. It's already pushed. Those are the dependencies. The contract. The message runtime is the Lyra stuff to use as a submodule. Dsequence and Celestial Vault are needed because of what? Why are they needed? Why? Musica, stop. Okay. Why is the Celestial Vault needed? I think I don't need it, and it's just forgot to remove it. I need to add a list of things to do because now it's getting bigger and bigger. Trello, my good old friend Trello.com. I have a card that I forgot I had. So this is time cycle. Cycle touch to do. To do's. Time cycle to do. There's the renaming. Where? You turn. Rename to M. What? What was the other one? Oh, the Celestial Vault here. Because I put the Celestial Vault in there at first, and it was not a good idea. I moved it, and it was not a good idea. I moved it, so I don't need it there anymore. I cannot remember. But you plug in. Remove. Do I need the contract here? I will add remove contract just to see later if what is the dependency, if there is. So it's done with this one. The word contract. Those files were in the world time system initially, but it was better to separate the tags. And yeah, I need to clean this up because it's horrible. Usually I will do stuff like this. Easier to read. I won't commit this here. So this is just a message when the time has changed, the scale of time has changed, or have jumped through time, to send to the other everyone who got this contract. And what else there is in there? The header for the tags. It's this is the pattern for instance. A static instance. So it's the same for it's like one class that does not change. And it's the same through all the game, through all the running of the game. It's like a global, yeah, singleton. So everyone who got this contract have this same class accessible. That's what it is, an instant. And this says there has no CPP, and it's anything that broadcasts the scale. Now this is modified with the new scale later on during the runtime. They are all struct. for the skill. This is where the sleep, fast travel. Admin of the server would skip or anything like that. And that's it for the this one. So whether I will not do it or today, I might change it overnight. All of them will change because I need to implement my own. Like instruct, I don't use the member variable. I like struct. It's different for struct than class because when you use a struct in code, it's you don't want to see a member variable because member variable are for what is in the class, and if you see this m variable here in another class, you will think, oh wait a minute, is it from the current class? Oh no, it's a struct. It's from the struct, so it's misleading if you add member variable in a struct. The little prefix. Online player, why? Oh, it's the player state. Of course, you need the player state stuff in there, and constitution stuff. It's to sync. Why? What was that? I don't remember. Okay, yeah, it was already there in the past. The attribute set, which is where there's the drain, everything, but I need the time sync on everyone who has this. And I didn't want to add the sync manually, so I prefer to do it in code. That way, if it's removed and I search for hours and hours why it does not work when it's hard coded, like it when it's coded, instead of manually put, you don't need to worry about that. Because sometimes you do something and the blueprint version link is broken, and you don't know sometimes that happens, and it breaks. Something breaks and you don't know why, and then you repair and you finally found out that the blueprint links has been cut. And when you do now, the solution to not have this kind of stuff is to do it manually like that, to link it manually. It's a bit longer to do at first, but you will never have this anymore later on. This is just a variable to see it, and I think I could do it without a variable. I could attach to the pawn without it. It reduces the size of the player state, which is, it could be a good. I think it reduces it because this is just like a pointer. It's not big, not huge. It's 8 megabyte, I think. I forgot already. I remember it wasn't long ago. Size of a pointer, 8 megabyte pointer CPP. It's, I think float is bigger than it's smaller than a pointer. Not megabyte. It's since I'm on a 64 bit 64-bit system, it's 8 bytes. And float size CPP. Float is bigger, smaller. 4 byte is half. A float is half a pointer in memory. I thought that before that it was a float was smaller, but last time with you I realized The float is smaller than a pointer, which is weird. Pointer in memory should be big. It was 4 byte on a 32-bit system. It's not big. That's not big, but yeah, I could remove it, both of them there, all of them, and I would save 8 bit by 4. If I wanted to save space later on, I could do this, and just the problem is if I access those pointer from elsewhere, now I wouldn't be able to replace them. What else? This is done. Yeah, I need to remove that. I don't need it anymore because I tested it without the contract at that time. That's it. I don't remember why. Yeah, I think I tried with. I don't remember why, but this I need to remove this one. I will add it to my Trello task so I don't forget. I have so many stuff like that I don't even know about that I should clean. No, maybe I don't have so much stuff like that. It's just that at some point I know I will clean. I'm alone. It's not a good practice, but as soon as someone come in, I will clean. It just goes faster. I should take my time. It's been so long, like now it's a year that I let go, and I said I didn't think about it anymore. I don't care about it anymore. I'm doing fine. Online player. Remove. .uplugin. Remove. Save. Next one. Interaction system. What was different? Oh, I just changed this name because when you are in the editor, every dot is a different section. But this is just old stuff. So I made less dot, less separation. So this is not a section. This is not a section on itself. Change is not a section. So instead, there's just two section pickup. Section inside pickup. There's range change section, and it's the same here. It's not related. I think I put it in its own commit. It's fine that it's on this branch. I'm alone. Pickup tags. The same thing. Gameplay manager. So there are stuff in there that I've changed that are not related to. It's just another commit. Create default sub-object. Okay, this is just game state needed the component for the time, and that way it deal with the time. The manager is the one that is in this shown. Is it? Or time manager component? Yeah, it's this one. The main one, the first one I shown. It's added to my game state. And from there it's running the time. And yeah. What else? There's nothing else in there. Celestial Vault is the full vault. And I needed to remove so there's the time sync to sync with the time. It's the contract, I think. No, it's just the sync component. The contract is not used in there because the one that is sending the message to the contract to send to the other. Or no, it's just changing. No. This one is just telling what is the initial time scale. So is this? It's useful to receive the message. Oh yeah, but yes, it's useful because if there's a time jump, the Celestial Vault will jump to the time. And let's say I set it in the future, like 3 months in the future, the sky will change, the star will change to 3 months in the future. So yeah, it's fine. And this is the cloud, the speed of the cloud that gets it from the weather plugin. So the weather plugin system, I might could show you because it's just a cloud. I shown you with the one I should have shown you, which was the time system. But anyway, I will show you the change. Next episode, I will show you everything here anyway. I will show you the change. I will change everything. No, just the naming. Because there's some convention that I didn't implement. So there's a material on the Celestial Vault that I needed to change because since I didn't use the sequencer I talked about at the beginning, I needed to deactivate the sequencer for controlling the cloud, but it didn't want to deactivate because the parent, which is the plugin from Epic, attached the file to it automatically inside the code, so I override those functions here to keep the plugins from Unreal to force this the link to those data file where with it's linked to the sequencer to control the cloud, because I want to control the cloud myself, not using a sequencer. This override keeps from doing that. I should check. Maybe I should maybe reuse some of this. Not sure. Yes, that's where the material is re-implemented, and I couldn't. So if I deleted it on the blueprint, it was always eventually reassigning it, but maybe I need to keep this part. Check later. Add it to my things to do. Back. Check if overridden function needs to re-implement some stuff from the parent. Okay. Construction, so the same for this one. Okay, there's just this one, and it's the this is just a draw debug, it's nothing much. I'm not sure. Maybe it's maybe because of this big. Yeah, it's this one was reassigned it maybe. Yes, for the debug, but it was still maybe problematic. This one. I would need to check the supper. It's in the actor. Yeah, maybe there's stuff in there. Yeah, maybe that the sequence there. I will need to check more. One of them is useful at least because it stopped doing the glooby boop beep. What else? It's all. So next one is constitution. So I want to see whether anyway because it's not what I thought at first. I forgot what it was. It's just the cloud material. It's getting the cloud material in the cloud material of Unreal. There's the wind factor that you can change, and this wind factor is the one that changed the speed of the cloud. But if you use Celestial Vault at default, and you don't want just want the clouds to move, you don't want to implement a weather system, there's a sequencer, and I will show you later. So it's just getting this material and being sure it gets, because I was not getting it at first, so I made logs to be sure I get it. And yeah, this is the wind with the direction of the wind. The RGB are the directions. And if yeah, it's the direction. You can I put like 0.2 and 0.2 and 0, and then something like 3 for the speed. Don't remember. So it's sent this one. This needs to change. The speed needs to change depending on how the day is shorter. So if the day is short, the sun goes faster, so the clouds needs to be go a bit the same way, a bit the same way faster, so it's more realistic. Fits with the speed of everything. Maybe I could make a button to keep it separated from the time, so it goes slow anyway. So yeah, it needs the time scale for that. It needs to get this and it needs to apply this change if it's change for the weather, like a thunder is coming, the clouds get faster later on along the line when I will implement weather, if I do. But at least I have a weather assistant prepared for any game I have. I am Unreal. The last one was the Constitution. Why do I have a Constitution stuff? It's new. Okay, it's just the time sync for the Constitution. All the training stuff, and it's a component. Player state, I forget. Yeah, it's added to the player state. That's where it's activated. Constitution sync component. Let's sync with the time. And this one gets let's see the dependencies just to be sure. So yeah, it's this, the contract is the one providing with this syncing. So yeah, it's just syncing the training. So at the begin play, it registers the messages so it can receive when it jump or the rate of time change. When it stops, it cleans. When there's the rate change at runtime, it changes there. There is a tick to make the drain faster. Yeah, this is bad. Now we need to check this to check this up, and a thing in the calculation and tick isn't very good neither. But if the time scale has changed, onward time jump. When it jump, it update, jump in time, and that's it. Let's go in there, and it's almost past it's past midnight. I won't have time to play tonight. It's getting too late. At least next episode will just be the updated, maybe. You don't need to see the rest. It's just some bit of corrections. Yeah, you don't need to see the rest so much. Because yeah, It will just be some correction in the nomenclature, convention, my naming convention, and checking up some error. Maybe there will be correction that will be so important enough to show you, but I doubt it. Damn, it's long. It's a long one. Come on. You can do it. Are you kidding me? It's the DCC still. I need to correct this maybe. Made it longer than it needed. It's starting. Look at that beautiful sky. Are you happy? It's beautiful. I made the sun very large and the moon very large too. It's more interesting, I think. Now it's 1 minute for a complete day and night cycle. Let's see that. I didn't test much. Oh, maybe the test would find more bugs. Because I didn't test the multiplayer. So now it's very fast, like it won't be fast like that. The clouds goes fast. The night is coming. You will see weird stuff going on. Like that. There is a red message that appears there. I don't know yet what it is. The moon, but it's not the moon, it's Jupiter. 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 The Milky Way. What a beautiful thing to witness. All the effort was worth. I want to see the sunset. What is this? Is still Jupiter? I think there's a mistake with the moon and Jupiter. I need to repair. It was worth it. All of it. The music is well fitting. To change the moon now because this Jupiter, which means Sky Father. Jupiter. Deus, dear God. Deus Pater. Yeah, it's from the name Dieu is God in French, and it comes from Dios, and it's the same in Jupiter and Zeus, Zeus Peter, Deus Pater. In Indo-European languages, the Sky Father and the Earth Mother. Let's change this moon thing. I don't know why. I think it's because when it did that, yeah, it's moon, not Deus Pater. When I made the scale larger, it's just went mad at me like that. Where's the character? So yeah, the thing I wanted I override in the code is in there. It's this is the thing I created to put my own instance of the material, and yeah, it's this one. So if you want to modify the cloud speed, you open this one, which I don't remember where it is, but you take the loop, the magnifier glass there. It brings you to the file, you open it, it links to another file in the data, and you open the other file and you open the sequencer there. Or it will open the sequencer by itself, and then you will have values, velocity of wind in the sequencer, and you put an I number on the alpha because it will be RGB. RGB are the direction of the cloud, and the alpha is the speed of the wind of the cloud. So now I want to see our last thing. Effect. Is it beautiful? Little house on the prairie. On the prairie. Oh, it's far from finished. Just blocking. I want to bring my little friend. I want to see the bugs in 2-player. Will it crash? I didn't test. I just finished this. This one, check this. And the other one. Damn it, I'm too slow. Fast. It is working. I want to make it slower. 1 minute. 5 minutes. Let's see. Go away. The other one. Fast. Go fast. The sun is too fast. As you can see, the clouds are a bit slower. It's almost impossible. Sonic. And you can see my hunger getting lower. And it's very fast. If I put 24 hour, it'd be slower. I want to see a slow sunset. Where's the sun? There you go. I want to see the final sunset before I go. The beauty of the sunset. They made like a terminal. When the sun sets in real life, you see the shadow of the earth on the sky. I think they did this like in Ubisoft did, but I'm not sure. Yeah, the terminal there. This is not beautiful. There's some kind of smudge. Should be hidden somewhere else. But it's experimental. I guess they will hide it somewhere. I run like for hours. The house is still not far. The character will go faster on feet. The little elf. Eventually I will make them go very fast. Oh, the moon is very bright. And you have the phases of the moon, as you can see. I think it's too bright. We cannot see the details. Creature of the night, following the moon. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see the moon setting. Let's run fast. Oh, the sun is getting up. See. Don't know what are those astral aberrations there. The shaking up of the sky. So that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.